Hello, everybody. This is Touch Love Worldwide Broadcasting Service, transmitting from London. I have been having a very enriching conversation with my very dear friend Curtis, and he said something that just blew my mind. He said this love that I've been describing, he doesn't think he's ever received it. And he said to me, how will he handle it? Can he actually handle it if he receives that kind of love? And that set my mind racing, because that's just such a profound question. Can I handle love? The sort of love I've been describing. If I'm receiving it from one individual, can I handle it? The love that is like the sun or stronger than the sun. The love that the rays can radiate and penetrate anywhere and build and create beauty. Can I handle it? Can one person handle it? The love that can feed millions and zillions of beings and people. Can I handle it? Can just me handle it? The inexhaustible love. Can I handle it? So I'm inviting all of you to participate in this discussion. What is the thing that will make me not handle it, not be able to handle it? What is the blockage? Is it the physical body? Is it the voice? Is it lack of attraction? What is it that will make me not be able to handle that profound love that I've been talking about? Contribute, please. Now, I want to just read a little bit of the part of the book that may give a glimpse into this love that I have been talking about. I'm taking it from book 11, from Many Lovers, book 4267, volume 1, and I'll just read it. The title starts with, My Mother is Just Like That. My Creator calls me sunflowers on the terrace, the name my Creator made. I call my Creator Dad, the name another made. My mom calls Dad gorgeous. Mom really thinks Dad is. My mother is just like that. If Mom is in this space, she'll call you a sun, a star, a demigod, a planet. Names like that. She means it for sure. My mother is just like that. My mom's a storyteller. She tells me that the sun shines light all the time, even when we don't see it. Likewise, humans can beam love, seen and unseen. That every human pore can be a pore of love. That every glistening sweat can be radiating love, emitting glow of love from every single cell and every strand of hair. This made me ask my mom, what is love? The answer I got from Mom is an encyclopedia of love, which starts just like this. Love is energy, the energy which generates intelligence, the intelligence which generates beauty, the beauty in different forms but also in no form. Love is the unseen energy which can appear to be seen, touched and perceived with all senses. Love exists when unseen and may not be touched or perceived at all, even when it is the surrounding which is surrounding. Mom then told me that love does not fit into human worded definition because it is beyond human words. Love is that formless which can take any form, a state of being, a condition, the profound, the overwhelming. Love is the energy which forms intelligence. It is the intelligence in the form of energy. It is the energy in the form of intelligence. The intelligence which energizes and induces creativity in all things. The intelligence which liberates, creates diverse beauty. The intelligence which produces uniqueness and harmonizes all random, all order, and all uniqueness. The energy and intelligence which heals and soothes. That's my mom for you. My mom is just like that. Mom said that love induces the aura and aroma of beauty in which all diversity thrives and in which all creativity flourishes, steering spirits to euphoria, nurturing and nourishing human mind to be endlessly beautiful, steering humans and other beings to create more and more beauty, endlessly in diverse love forms and formless, which themselves continuously unfold and multiply. Mom said that when a human mind is filled with love, you will know. Mom said that all around the human mind will perceive the love overflowing from the human mind. The overflow is perceived as openness, transparency, peace of mind, understanding, healing gestures, including kindness and actions which harmonize uniqueness and beauty and plant unity and peace. That's what Mom said. My mother is just like that. Mom told me that love steers beings into its state. Its state is the state of love, where love reigns and reigns supreme. The supreme reign, reigns love reigns, love radiance, love shine. Love induces its aura, steering excitement to thrill. Love induces beings to expand into the nothingness, which is love. That's what Mom said. My mother is just like that. Then this thought came to me. Love sounds like a combination of air, sun, fertile soil, and water. Mom must have heard my thought because she said this to me. It is true that love gives life, so air is like love. It is true that love radiates and spans centuries, so the sun is like love. It is true that love rehydrates and refreshes, so water is like love. It is true that love supports and nourishes, so fertile soil is like love. You are right to see love as a combination of all those things rather than just one of those. You are right to see love as bigger and more expanse than the air, the sun, the water, the fertile soil. Every air which sustains life has love within it. Love sustains spirits of things and sustains life on earth. Love is timeless and boundless. Love rays reach and move millions to expand, billowing and unfolding inexhaustibly in love. Sun travels in light years, but love radiates in love, which is not measured in years or in time. Particles of love are in sun, and sun is in love with all it touches. Love nourishes all and does not burn, so humans need no love screen. There is love in water, and water is in love. In love with all it sustains, rehydrates, and sustains. Love is a lifesaver, life maker, icebreaker, nourishing, nurturing, vapor, fountain, fountain of life, life's jacket, boat, and coat. Beings could drown and die in water. But in love, beings live even when submerged in love forever. Love nourishes with beauty all beings planted in it. Unlike fertile soil, love does not change in flood or in rain or in the sun. Love solidly supports, builds, and lifts. Unlike solid land, love support is not eroded by flood and not turned into a desert by scorching sun. That's what Mom said. My mother is just like that. Mom writes love in capital letters because she thinks it is supreme. The supreme state of being, the supreme state of love, the being and the state, the form and the formless, expanding, boundless, unlimited, and ageless, timeless, and wireless. That's Mom for you. My mother is just like that. I love my mom and dad, but we follow what we like. I love and follow sun. My mom loves and follows love. Dad follows the unknown. The unknown I do not know. Because I follow sun, some call me sunflower, sunflower, sun follower, or names like that. Because mom follows love, some call mom love follower, love bearer, love being. As that follows unknown, some call that what they do not know. Though I do not see my dad, I know that that's in me. My dad is not just one. All of them are dad. In a way, I'm the dad because many are seen in one. The uncountable one is also one. All my dads are dads. That does not mean a male. That is just a name. Just as mom is a name. Mom does not mean female. Dad and mom are just names of all that is in me, the seen and the unseen that made me what I am. I think I'm in my dad, or was some time ago, for dad made me so well from nothing and from things. The nothing some call thoughts, the things you touch and see. The body is in the form, the seen and the thing. The unseen is in the thought, the spirit in thought, the formless made to form. My mom is quite unique. She says, you are made unique. That no one will find you anywhere else in the world. She means another you, exactly as you are anywhere else in the world. She says you're the only one ever made as you are. But versions of yourself can be seen in thoughts and in memory. Versions which you created by what you say or do. Versions which are planted through encounters of all kinds. Mom says you're made special so as to exhibit and share your own very unique. Then she told me of the bee and something called pollen, and how by being itself, the bee spreads the pollen. I did not understand. So I said, Mom, please explain. Mom confused me the more when her reply came as this. You means unique. Unique, as some call it. That's my mom for you. My mother is just like that. My mom can make you think whether or not you like to think. My mom can make you think whether you do not want to think. I did not want to think about you or unique. But the thought has been planted and the thinking just began. Unique means you. You means unique. What does she mean by that? Then it dawned on me. Just as an idea of me was planted inside Dad's thoughts, just as Dad's visions and spirits stirred and inspired Dad to create me to be seen, I can create and plant beauties inside minds and memories by just being myself, by just being like the bee. Everything in me combines to make me what I am. Some parts of me are seen, some parts of me unseen. Even parts which are seen contain things unseen, products, reactions, and combinations which have changed states are mixed up in me and no longer seen as separate entities. Products made by known and by some unknown make me a creation by many, that many in one, a product of many lovers, the uncountable one made by the entire, a product of profound. It dawned on me just then that I am that formless made into form, but my form can become formless in minds or forms in thoughts and in memory. By just being myself, the form of myself, by just being a form, myself in my form, my formless and being beauty. My being can create beauties, beauty in minds, beauty in memory, a projection of me into mind and space, a projection of beauty, a being of love. As only I can be, as only I can form, as only I can create, by just being me, a transmission of me in the frequency of now. If I transmit beauty, I become a channel of beauty. Shining my unique is like shining like the sun. Being my own self is like pollen and the bee. My mom once told me that the sun shines so well, even when nothing is applauding its all. It shines not to impress, though its impression is left wherever it touches. It shines all the time, even when we do not see it. It shines so well. It shines for its own self. Sun occupies itself by spreading its light full time. Its profession, its occupation, its full-time job, its own vocation is to shine, 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 as only it can shine. Its rays reach to touch, its warmth can make beauty to sprout, to grow, to be. In being itself, others can get to be themselves and bask in its warmth to be what they can be. Whatever is on sun's path gets to be touched, unless sun blocks are in the way. That's what Mom said. My mother is just like that. But that made me think. Indeed, I'm like the sun. In me is everything I need to be myself, to radiate full time, to shine all the time, and to enjoy shining well even without applause. Around me, Beings of different forms are steering their unique, just like the sun. And I can connect to the beauty in all the beings around me, the seen and unseen, and be steered to radiate and expand formlessly, to continue creating myself and be the best me I can be. My formless expansion can touch everything on my path, unless expansion block has been placed on the path to block connection or divert attention. Just like the sun, my radiance may shine away some beings and attract other beings. When some beings peer into my radiance from an angle of misunderstanding, my radiance may dazzle, causing a kind of blindness. My intense love energy may shine away the destructive and refine the raw in me, making it love refined and polished. My mom enjoys being unique. She calls it being herself. Just like a bee is being itself, the bee infects the world with its own unique beauty by merely being itself. The sun infects the world with its own unique beauty by merely being itself. I'd like to infect my world with my own unique beauty by being the best me I can be, being myself and enjoying the being, creating beauty and variety. I do understand, Mom. You means unique, and unique means I am unique. I can be the best version of me, that me which I can create by connecting to all the beauty around me with the connection of the beauty within me. That within which beams beauty into minds, projected in the frequency of now. And when I beam myself, any mind which encounters a version of me will bear that version of me as the image of me. Just as the sun leaves its impression wherever it touches, so the beamed version of me imprints itself wherever my impression is left. Mom's language of unique, which was once unknown to me, I have now come to know. When Mom's unique shines through, it becomes a transmitter, a transformer, a reflection, reaching, transforming, infecting, and reflecting all who connect with it. My mom's reflections, quite good an infection. When mom's uniqueness beams through, it impresses beauty in minds and memory. It inspires thoughts and conversations too, like bee on pollen, infecting the pollen world by merely being itself. Mom pollinates her own world with her own words of love. Like the sun, by being itself, sprays rays of warmth which infect the world with beauty. Mom sprays her seeds of love and impregnates minds with thoughts of love. My mother just makes you think so that you may come to know. That's my mom for you. My mother is just like that. I love my mom so much. My mom, the tales she tells, I know she tells the truth in her own way, that is, understanding unique, got me quite excited, and all sorts of thoughts appear to possess. The thought which possessed most is the thought I'd like to tell. The thought I'd like to tell, my own tales appeared and possessed me. I'd like to express my own views and even write a book of adventures. Yes, I heard myself echo. I'd like to go on journeys. I'd like to tell my tales. But what shall I call my book? This thought entertained me. It thrilled me to no end. What shall I name the book? The idea of a name. A name can be anything, everything, or nothing at all. Should I use the name Dad made? The name Dad calls me? Then I started to think. Adventures of Sunflowers on the Terrace. Then it dawned on me, and I sighed with regret. It is impossible, this dream of adventure. Adventures are the privilege of those with legs. I am only a painting hanging on the wall. My place is on the wall. How can I write a book of journeys, views, and adventures when I'm hanging on this wall? This thought possessed me, but also depressed me. Then I remembered that Mom once said, when an idea grows inside of your love, you will love the idea so much, you will dream and think of the idea all the time, you will even begin to live the idea, but the idea does not leave you. It comes alive in you. It comes to live in you. It expands and grows and becomes your constant companion, your obsession, your life. My mother is just like that. Her thoughts are just like that. But come to think of it, my idea of a book, my book of adventures, I think and dream of it so much and all the time. But how can I write a book of adventures, when my space remains the wall, the writing on the wall? Those thoughts detained me and troubled me so much. My mother came to mind, and I remembered some words my mom once said. If an idea plants itself right inside of your love, there isn't very much you can do about it. It will beat every bit of heart and leaven every breath of life, get you pregnant with ideas, make you deliver the idea. When an idea grows inside of your love, you love the idea so much to dream and think of the idea all the time. You even leave the idea, but the idea does not leave you. The idea comes to life to be your companion. My mother is just like that. My mom just talks like that. The thought excited me and even entertained me and replayed itself over and over in versions. Mom said there are ideas which actually choose you, and when they do strike you, they will leave you with one choice, to do just as they bid. They will make you do things you thought you could never do. They will make you conceive in order to give birth. The baby is the idea appearing to be seen in a form which it chose. Mom said some ideas fall on fertile soil and grow and give birth to even more ideas. She said some ideas may fall on minds, not so fertile, and live just for a while. She said ideas spring up sometimes from nothingness and are the formless, which can take form. Some exhibit themselves, but before they can take root, other ideas grow and block them, blocking their view and root, blocking root to sustenance. So they wither or stop growing or even die a kind of death. Mom said that when ideas choose you, they have their own reason for choosing you and not me. You may wonder why me and think you do not have legs or that you are not good enough. She said the ideas which choose you are those ideas which plant themselves deep and secure inside of your love and fill you with overflowing passion and throw you to no end. My mom is just like that. She always thinks like that. Her thoughts sometimes confused, but that's my mom for you. My mom is just like that. But come to think of it, my idea of a book, my book of adventures, I think and dream of it so much and all the time. So is it my idea, or am I chosen by the idea? Is my form the form of an idea, or am I forming this idea? Am I writing the book? Am I writing the book of adventure, or is the book of adventure writing me? But how can I write a book of adventure, when my space remains the wall, the writing on the wall? Those thoughts came to me and troubled me so much, but were replaced again by the replaying thought: if an idea plants itself right inside of your love, there isn't very much you can do about it. It will beat every bit of heart and live in every bit breath of life, gets you pregnant with the idea, makes you deliver the idea. I kept thinking of my adventure. I kept beaming in the thoughts of adventure. Then this happened. It really did happen. I did not know that this can happen. That if I think it long enough, I become what I think. I saw myself leaving the world. When I thought I saw myself, I indeed, I felt myself leaving the world. I felt myself going on adventure. I'm sure it was my mom who took me down that day from my place on the world to tour places of the world. I became excited, very excited. That was a singular achievement, planting my dream inside my mom's dream. Yes, yes, I planted my own dream right inside my mom's dream. Mom thought it was her dream when one day I left my world to start to tour the world. My mom thought it was her dream to take me on a tour of the world. But it was my dream planted right inside of her love. But what I'm not so sure is, am I an idea, or is idea in me? Is an idea inside my love, or is my love inside an idea? Am I pregnant with the idea, or is the idea pregnant with me? Is a dream an idea, or is idea a dream? Is it all a dream? If so, whose dream is it? Those thoughts possessed me and even startled me when thoughts began to unfold and I began to observe the vision of myself, the vision I gave myself, the vision myself gave me, the vision of here and now. I have reached here and I am now with you. I turn to ask myself, What was all that about? What is here to see? You is what I see right here now. We meet. Thanks for being here. Come, let's continue this journey. Let's visit the unknown. You ask for rules of engagement? I'll tell you this. There are no hard or fast rules. This is only an adventure. Please treat it as such. You always have your thoughts, and the choice is yours. I will share my own thoughts. I will even think aloud. My thoughts are not always clear and sometimes full of mistakes and imperfections too. Sometimes regular and sometimes irregular, sometimes logical and sometimes illogical. But that is the nature of thoughts. If you're a bit confused, don't worry too much about it. Just know that it is a normal state. In this plane of understanding and misunderstanding, known and unknown, it is a normal state. This is only an adventure. Love is our only guide. Please follow love's instruction. Love is love. You will know love when you experience the state of love. The love within us is our supreme and ultimate leader. And we can always connect to it, to connect to all. We always have a choice to share or not to share our thoughts or our all. When we share thoughts, it is to enrich and not to destroy. We are uniquely crafted, but we have love in common. We may think alike or differ in thoughts. As you have chosen to be on this journey with me, may I suggest that we choose to share our thoughts, even when it is most difficult for us to share our thoughts. To share our thoughts is to communicate for the purpose of understanding each other better, to build a bridge of understanding which becomes a bridge of love, to revere and nurture each other's uniqueness, instead of engaging in heated, destructive arguments. I know that it is easier to avoid discussing sensitive subjects, including religious ones. But may I propose that we learn to discuss them, even if it involves going through the heat of the moment, in order to get to the love of always, which is the uniting passion at the core of all things. May I propose that we work as a team to kill the discrimination, but not the communication, to resurrect the communication and bury the discrimination which harms and destroys humans and others. If we work from the state of love, we will be subject to the rule of law, over and above the rule of law. We will work as a team, playing towards the same goal of removing from power destruction, hate, abuse, maltreatment, oppression, slavery of all kinds, violence, malice, suspicions, and fear, and enthrone love to lead in all things. We will share the intelligence of love in thoughts on all subjects, knowing that we are learning about love, not manipulating to overpower and dominate. If we walk from the state of love, we will be subject to the rule of love over and above the rule of law. If we walk from the state of love, sensitive subjects will not divide us. I will now share my thoughts and hope you share yours too. When you cannot read my thoughts, know I'm reading your thoughts. Thanks again for coming along on this journey. Your companionship is already making a positive difference in my world. Bear this in mind. Please bear this in mind. It is a privilege to be on this journey, the journey of adventures, the privilege of the legged, elect. The privilege is the fact of being here, being present here and now. I would like to know myself and find out how that looks and all you and I have in common, and meet the uniqueness in everyone. I'm really, really pleased to meet you. Here is a great place, and on this journey of adventures, I submit only to the rule of love and the leadership of love. What should I call you, you ask? It depends, I reply, on how I make you feel. What state are you in now that you're journeying with me? State of love or state of hate? State of wonder, awe or joy? Full of smiles or full of frown? State of peace or state of stress? Just make a name from that state you find yourself when you are with me. What does my presence stir in you? What are you stirred to do? Create a name from that, and you will have procreated a name. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, an opportunity to procreate, an opportunity to be creative, an opportunity to reproduce. A name can be anything, everything, or nothing at all. So create yourself a name. So create yourself a name for me. You will then be a creator of a name. My creator created a name. You may find this difficult to believe. I certainly will find it difficult to believe if I am you. I do not know how my creator looks. Though I've seen works of creation, they all come out with different looks. So I do not know if they look like my creator or if I look like my creator, because I do not know how my creator looks. The being you call your mother, how do you know she is your mother? Is the question you ask me. You are right to ask me that question, given that I say that my mother and father are in me. How can I know my mother and say that I have never seen my father? To know is not the same thing as to see. It is true that I have not seen my father, but I know my mother very well. You ask me how I know she is my mother when I do not know how my father looks. You're right to suggest that the being I call my mother might as well be my father. I know she is my mother because I'm with her all the time. She's always with me and takes me out from time to time, and together we exercise different minds in different spaces. She looks after me, nurtures me, nourishes me. She is in my thoughts. She is my thoughts. She is my thoughts. That's how I know she is my mother. She is my thoughts. But you're right. She might also be my father. Father, mother, dad, mom are only names. What's in a name? A name can be anything, everything, or nothing at all. Look over there. My friend, look over there. Can you see what I'm seeing? Look now, look again. Something is emerging in the distance. I want to know what it is. Let's go, my dear friend. Let's visit that unknown. Look, let's go. Love to you always. Love to all always. Thanks again for listening to this and waiting till now. It's a very long thoughts. I don't call them poems, I call them thoughts. This is titled My Mother is Just Like That, and I'm transmitting from Touch Love Worldwide, London. I say hello to my friend Curtis, another of my friends. Love to you always, love to all always.